Boom! We are live. Check it out. Is that a
I'm
good
not
opening?
really frozen. I was
Ah,
acting like I was
yes!
frozen.
You
Classic
got
bit.
it. This is kind of the
Classic.
stuff that you are going to get. Great bits, classic bits like that. Rob, how are
That
you?
was our best open. That was our best open so far.
We actually have an awesome, a big show today. I'm very
I feel like,
excited about
yeah,
that.
I feel like we say that a lot, but
But we're
it's
lying.
true, man. Like we're just bringing, huge shows for free to the internet, you know?
People, you don't know how good you have it when you tune in to this free Twitch show. And people are commenting, yeah, I got a new camera. Check it out. 30 millimeter lens. I'm bringing the heat for you.
Big deal. Big deal. Okay. You know, I would be impressed if you did it like I do. You do it in your garage
Yeah.
with a green screen,
hmm
different background every week, something kind of spooky. I don't need the fancy gear, Paul,
Well,
to
look,
it
I'm
doesn't
home
help. It doesn't
alone.
help me. It doesn't
I'm
help me.
home alone. I've set up a whole studio in here. I've made 3 independent films so far. I mean, they're low budget. Some people call them, what did they say, soft core? I don't know. By the way, all right, I want to talk to you about one thing. I know that you don't care about Buffy the Vampire Slayer or anything like that. That is a show that I
I know
love.
that you're a big fan.
Yes.
I never watched it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of that show, and there's been a lot of controversy recently about Joss Whedon and the way that he treated
Yeah.
the women on that show, and actually,
Yeah.
seemingly everybody. So
And
there's been a
what was your take on all that?
I buy it, and
On the
yeah,
record. On the record. There
on
you
the
go.
record, I believe the people who are speaking. I have no, I mean, I had the weirdest interaction with Joss Whedon, which was I was at Comic Con one year and I was doing this documentary, and they were like, "What would be like your ideal Comic Con like person that you would want to meet?" And I was like, "Oh wow, I mean, it would have to be Joss Whedon. I'm such a huge fan. I would love to meet Joss Whedon." And a year passes. I'm at Comic Con again, and so basically, I'm at this party and I feel like a tap on my shoulder, and I turn around and it's Joss Whedon. He's like, "So, you wanted to meet me?" And I had nothing to
Ugh.
say. I had nothing to say. And I was like, and I was like, "Oh yeah, hey man, how are you?" And I just did it, just and it floundered, and then we both kind of just walked away from each other. And I'm like, I never want to meet anyone that I am interested in ever again. Like
Yeah.
it was a failed effort. But the crazy thing is that people have been bad mouthing him
Yeah.
for seemingly right reasons, and basically everyone has been coming out to a lot of the male co-stars have been coming out to say like, I believe Charisma Carpenter or I believe Michelle Trachtenberg, whoever they're talking about. And David Boreanaz was a little bit late to the party and didn't really didn't really make a statement. Then he did make a statement. But this week, all this way to tell you that this week he accidentally leaked a picture or a video of him jerking off on Twitter. And
Boreanaz?
yes, and it's wild. It is wild stuff because I'm like, how do you accidentally? He wasn't like he tweeted a video, and they did a great job of scrubbing it off the internet, but you can find it. I believe the website.
Wait,
I'm
how
going to tell you.
come no one's talking about this? How come you're the only one that knows about this?
I came home on a Saturday night and I saw that he was trending, and I was like, why is he trending? And I Googled it, and then it was like everyone was reacting. Like sometimes when I get on Twitter, I don't know why people are trending because people are like, when I
Yeah.
first saw David Boreanaz, I was like, woo, and it's all gifs. I'm like, tell me why, what happened? So the website, if you want to see it and prepare yourself, steel yourself, is queerclick.com. I think that's the only one that still has it. Queerclick.com has the David Boreanaz jerk off video, but it was shocking. It made me, I was like, whoa.
Is it the kind of thing where he didn't know the camera was on his laptop? Because that's my nightmare. Or did he just make a jerk off video and then accidentally post it from his phone?
I guess my thought is Okay. The
I think your
camera's
mic is
on.
gonna. I think your
Oh.
mic is gonna
Oh.
fuck you up there because it's
Oh,
gonna
sorry.
focus on your mic.
Okay. Okay.
Haha.
Oh,
Look at Huebel
yeah.
giving Scheer tech tips.
Thank you, man. I think that what happened was, I don't know. I don't think, because you'd have to still tweet it. Like, even if he taped himself doing it, like he
Yeah.
tweeted it. It wasn't like that video leaked. And
Man.
I'm trying to figure out what happened. I'm looking to the chat if anyone has any idea. But someone, well, my good friend Shannon, who is also a big Buffy fan, she had a theory that I liked, which is someone may have had access to his Twitter account, and then like it may have been a scorned person or something like that. Yeah. So
Yeah. This is all my nightmare. I'm always afraid of something terrible getting out about me, and I don't think there's anything out there, so I don't really worry about it. But like,
yeah.
it is sort of my nightmare.
I mean, can we also just like lay down like the official theory on this? Like, do women, or yeah, because I think it's more like, do women want pictures of men? Just like, I guess I've never really seen like a guy like sending like a dick pic, jerk off pic. And when I saw it, I was like, why would anyone want this? It doesn't seem to me to be, I don't know. Yes or no? Use yes or no in the chat. I want to see what people are thinking.
We should tell new people that are watching the show that we don't always start the show talking about celebrity jack off videos. Normally,
look, if it was leaked, like, then I wouldn't be talking about it. But if you tweet your own jack off video, it is worthy to be discussed. We need to discuss it.
So are you upset that it was Boreanaz specifically, or just that it leaked? Like, would you have preferred if it was someone that if it was like Josh Whedon, or
no, I like it was just sort of like, I've been really immersed in this world lately because it's all been going on about Joss Whedon, and every day somebody else, like Nicholas Brendan, who plays Xander on the show, he fell and apparently hurt his back, and right before he went into surgery started making like his Joss Whedon statement, but he's so kind of doped up in the hospital bed and he's singing like the Love Boat, but he's also trying to give a statement, and he's like, Joss is Joss and we're all just, and it's so every one of these things has been interesting and weird.
Yeah.
Like when Charisma Carpenter first came out with the whole thing, David Boreanaz deleted his Twitter account, like wholesale, just deleted it. And everyone's like, wait, what is that about? And then like, so I just feel like this is like a weird thing that's like like the Buffy cast is unraveling before our eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, but Buffy was a show that was on a pretty long time ago.
Long time ago. Like, I mean, but yet it is a cult. I mean, it's a cult favorite. It's a cult hit.
Yeah.
It's,
But
beloved.
Do people on this? Do people watching our show right now know what we're talking about, or is Buffy?
Oh yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like people are like, this is a good comment here. It says very few people want dick pics in very few circumstances, and I bet no one wants a jack off video. That was the thing. The jack off part of it was really too intense because it's also not a good angle. Like, you're taping yourself, so you got to have one. It's too much. You get a DP in there and do it the right way, or don't do it at all.
Again, just a disclaimer to new people: we don't normally chase down stories like this about celebrity jack off videos. Normally, it's we talk about men drinking breast milk and stuff like that.
Yeah. We're a classy show. Bones, more like boners. Someone wrote, because David Boreanaz was the star of Bones.
Well,
Molly
what this says to me, Paul, and I'm not trying to criticize you, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way.
Sure.
But it does sound to me like you have a lot of free time on your hands because your family is away.
Yeah.
Is that a fair statement?
For me to go down a rabbit hole and actually find queerclick.com. I got a lot of extra time on my hands here. I'm not giving kids a bath every night. I mean, it's been weird because June and the kids are away for a while, and it's hard because
how often do you FaceTime with them? Do you write them letters, or?
I try to FaceTime with them. It's very hard because they're in a different time zone. So, kind of get our days to sync up.
Aren't they in Vancouver? I mean, it's the same.
They're in Toronto. So yeah, they're 3 hours ahead. So yeah, so it is a little bit hard for me to just kind of connect. And every time I try to call, I really haven't been able to get in touch with them. So it's been really tough. Yeah.
Well, it's weird that I mean, the reason I bring it up is
Mm-hmm.
because, and I'm not trying to embarrass you or anything like
Yeah.
that, but I'm close with your kids. I'm a godfather
You're a
to
godfather, my
your
oldest. Yeah.
oldest son, whose name I can't recall right now, but
Well, it's Gus. Yeah.
yes, it is Gus, correct.
Yeah. I know that.
The thing is that they have been in touch with me. I have had no problem connecting with them.
Wait a second. You've been in touch.
June,
You've been in touch with my family.
I miss them also. I have a child, I have a family, but I miss your kids when they're away. And I've gotten funny videos from them. I've gotten email. You want me to I'll read an email from you?
Yeah, I don't like this at all. You got.
And
I mean, they don't even email
Gus
me.
is really getting good on the computer. He is. He's
What?
writing me like a lot.
I
Dear
don't.
Uncle Rob,
Jeez.
I'm just writing you for the third time today to say how much I miss you.
What?
And
3 times in one day.
I'm not done, Paul. I haven't heard from my daddy yet. Maybe he's too busy chasing down queerclick.com or jack off videos for David Boreanaz.
I was telling him that. I was telling them that about. That was a preventative story I was telling him about queerclick.com.
You don't have to explain it to me. Anyway, Uncle Rob, I miss you so much, and I can't wait to get back to LA so that you and I can do all the fun things that we do together. You are my godfather.
Wait a second. Why does he keep on saying that?
Sometimes I even wish that you were my real father.
What?
Goodbye.
What? No. Oh my. This is not. I don't need to hear this, Rob. I have not been able to speak to my kids, and you're telling me that you're speaking to them 3 times a day?
I'm not speaking to them. They're emailing me because they miss me. Your other son, what's your younger son's name? Richard?
No, it's not Richard. It's Sam.
Sammy.
Sammy
said, fart, poopy fart, farty, poop.
Well, that does sound like him.
I miss you so much, Uncle Rob. I wish you were my real dad. So
again, I wish you were my real dad?
I think that's them. I hope they're joking.
That seems very much like Sammy. I mean,
they are such great kids, and I love them like my own. And I'm just surprised, and I guess a little bit disappointed that you're not taking the time to connect with your family, but instead you're on all this.
It's 3 hours different. It's a 3-hour time. How am I supposed to even figure that out? I don't even know, and yet
you can email them. I mean, that's what they're doing to me. I don't even know how they got my right email.
I know you keep that very tight.
I keep my email very private.
I mean, this is really upsetting to me that you've been able to talk to them. And it's been over 15 days and I haven't spoken to them. And June always says that they're busy. And whenever I try to FaceTime, they just said not available. Yeah. Wow.
I don't know, man.
Jeez,
I'm just saying that. What are you doing with your time? Do you have hobbies? Do you have new hobbies?
Well, yeah, I've been doing my quilt, my family quilt.
I don't know what that is.
Rob, it's my real pride is that I'm making a family quilt. Every square is a different member of my family, and I was going to give it to my children.
What?
Yeah, it's 20 by 17.
Oh my God.
20 squares, but yeah,
that's
big.
A lot of quilting.
So
you're quilting during the daytime. You could be talking to your kids there.
I got to finish the quilting. And my fingers, at the end of the day, my fingers are just so raw from the needles. I can't get to dial the phone. It hurts too much. Too much. But look. Rob, I think a lot of people are wanting to know, and I didn't even want to get into this, but
oh, here we go.
Did you have a good time with Lake last week? Did you have when you guys hung out?
Great question. Lake Bell was from Children's Hospital and Bless This Mess and a lot of other things. Was on our show last week. I was invited with my wife to come socially distant, hang out in her backyard. We had a great time. Erin Hayes from Children's Hospital was there. Her husband was there.
Real Children's Hospital party.
It was a glorious reunion. I felt bad that you weren't invited. And you could tell during the show that I was trying to drop hints that hopefully she would invite you.
Yeah, no, it was pretty obvious. But I want to also ask, and I don't think I'm blowing anything right now out of the water because it's been pretty public. what role are you playing in hooking Lake Bell and Nick Thune up in a relationship here? Because I see Lake tweeting
Right.
about this.
I have no idea. I was as surprised as anyone. My wife sent that to me, and she was like, "Why are you being tagged in their flirty videos?"
Yeah.
I don't think Lake is watching this show, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know
I
what's
mean, it's
going
in the
on.
public. It's in the public,
I
like
know.
it is there. So I'm
I
not talking out of school.
No, yeah, no, it's funny. I mean, they seem to be very flirty, and I think they're in different towns right now. But I
But
don't know why
you,
I got
yeah.
somewhat dragged into that a little bit. Yeah.
Well,
My
but
wife was
this,
like, "What's going on? Why are you involved in this?" I'm like, "I don't know."
um, so Rob, I thought we could do something fun before our first guest. Do you want to maybe, well, I mean, maybe,
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do the Jerry O thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think we have
Yeah,
time.
yeah, I
We have
think so
time. I
too.
think we
Yeah.
just need to figure out what. Do you know what we should all say? Well, tell them what we're gonna do.
Well, okay. So here's the deal. We thought it would be a fun experiment to kind of bomb Jerry O'Connell's Instagram account and his comments and figure out something fun for us all to do. So if you have Instagram, we want you to take out your phones and we all want to comment
Everybody,
on Jerry's. Yeah.
Get off of the David Boreanaz jerk off video and go over to Instagram. What's the latest? What's Jerry's? Let's all pick the same photo.
Yeah, the same photo.
The most recent one, I guess.
I'm gonna look right now.
We'll just go after him. But it should be, here's the deal. What we want to do is everyone's going to leave a comment in Jerry's DMs.
Yeah.
We'll figure out what it is. We should all say the exact same thing and don't explain it. Don't acknowledge it. We'll make it weird. We'll think of it right now.
Yeah.
And we'll all write it.
Well, so Jerry's doing a lot of publicity for the Paramount Network streaming app, which dropped today because we are both on a show called Lower Decks. But I think the one that we should comment on, so the one that just came out today is just a picture of like all the characters from Lower Decks. I don't know if that's the best one to do or if we should go on the one where he's like going up a mountain without his mask on. He's got a, yeah.
As long as he sees all, because potentially this will be like a few thousand comments, right?
Yeah, potentially, yeah. So I mean, I think you'll always see it. If something gets bombed, you're gonna see like, oh yeah, you're gonna see that you just got a bunch of comments.
Let's all say the same thing. For a bit of background, we did this one time live on stage, and in LA, we were doing a show. And someone in the audience mentioned a teacher at their high school that was sleeping with a student.
Very dark story.
So we all, what did we do? Did we give out the phone number?
So yes, it was a teacher who was having an inappropriate relationship. God. I don't stand by what we did.
No. What we did was terrible. And
we wrote everyone in the audience in intervals.
We texted this guy.
Yeah, because we got his number. We texted him and we said, we know what you did.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Or like,
how's my audio, by the way? People say I'm quiet. Am I quiet?
I can, you know what? I'll jack. Oh, that's good. I'm going to jack you up a little bit here. I'll give you a little bit more
Don't
juice.
Jack me up. Don't jack me up.
Oh yeah. I'm going to jack you up just like queerclick.com.
Okay.
All right. So I guess like people are saying, should we comment on his sweet stash? And maybe should we all just write how much for mustache, right?
How much for a mustache, right? That's pretty good. I was also thinking of, saw you at the mall. You were very rude to me. Something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Or is that too?
How about like if we all go
we don't want him to know that it was from this show. We just want him to be like freaked out. Like, this is
saw you at the mall. If we all write around the mall theme, like, or maybe it's like he is hiking in this picture. I don't know if we want to make a joke about like maybe I'll just ask what kind of sunscreen you're using, or like like we kind of all like ask a very dumb inconsequential question. So everyone, like people are want to know where we're talking about Jerry O'Connell. This is his page. It is Mr. Jerry OC. Mr. Jerry OC. It's a verified account, so that's how you know Mr. Jerry OC. Right. And I think like what's your SPF is kind of a fun way to go about, like, because it's sort of like, what's that about, or is that too generic?
Let's see.
Or somebody wrote, saw you do number 2 on the trail. Yeah, there's a video of him hiking.
Oh, that's pretty good. How about your video leaked and we saw it? Someone had that in the chat. Your video leaked and we saw it.
Oh, that's yeah. Okay, let's do that. Your video.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, your video leaked and we saw it.
Everybody go to Mr. Jerry OC.
Mr. Jerry OC, and we're gonna go to the him hiking on the trail video.
Oh, it's not okay. So it's not the most recent one. It's
or we can do the most recent. Let's do the most recent. I mean, it's just a lower decks one. I mean, we could do that. Want to do the most? All right, let's do. Okay, so and somebody wrote here. Maybe this is like more of a positive thing. We loved your leaked vid, or your video.
I think it's more ominous. Ominous. Your video, Farm Boy has it. Your video leaked and we saw it. Just
okay, great. Okay, great.
Let's get fucking 3,000. Your video leaked and we saw it.
Okay, video leaked.
Okay.
Wait, should we not do it because
me and you shouldn't do it. Me and you can do it.
I got it.
So everybody else, right? Your video leaked and we saw it on Jerry O'Connell's Instagram, and we'll just see what we'll have him on next week. We'll wait a few days. We'll let him sweat it out.
Yeah, don't anyone spoil it because it will be fun to see what his reaction is. And I don't think we're not doing anything bad.
Punishment for not watching the show. He should be watching our show every week, and he's not. So that's how we're verifying. So your video leaked and we saw it.
I have it up on the screen there so you can see it right up there. So we're going to see
it. So we're all saying the same thing. And we got to get ready for our first guest.
Oh, yeah.
So if I put my mic here, can you hear it? I don't have to.
No, you're fine. I raised you up. I think I was a little bit loud, so I raised you up. Your video leaked and we saw it. I'll check back in a little bit. So just so you know, right now he has he had 6 comments. So it's starting off at 6 comments. We're doing it there. So we'll see where we go from this, from 6 comments. All right. Your video leaked and we saw it.
Now I see a lot. I'm looking at this thing. There's a lot of it. Your video leaked and we saw it. Oh my God. This is great. Look at all these. Oh, this is terrifying. This would scare me so much.
60 comments so far. We went from 6 to 60.
This is a nightmare. Jerry's going to be pissed. All right, let's just let it fester. We'll let it fester for a couple days, and no one blow it. Don't anyone blow it.
Don't blow it. Don't blow it because this will be more fun.
This will be a new TV show. We should pitch this. This is a great TV celebrity.
What we should do is we need to have a tape on someone else. Like someone needs to be with the person. Like, so what we would need is like Rebecca to be in on it, and she should be taping him right now, which she would totally have done.
Yeah.
And we'll do that next time. Yeah, and then we'll see. We're doing it on the most current one, which is the Star Trek Lower Decks one. People are asking which one.
There's a lot of. There's already like 60 or so.
Yeah, we're
video leak. We saw it on Jerry's Instagram.
76 comments. It's not bad though.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It just is enough to make you. It's enough to make you panic. Like I would have a freak out.
How about we do this? How about after, like at the end of the show? Don't do it yet. At the end of the show, we all write back, "Oops, sorry, it was David Boreanaz."
Wait. Okay. Well, let's get to that later.
We can talk about that later. Wait, right now, your video leaked and we saw it. Don't do anything else besides that.
Because I also want Jerry to come on and talk about what he thought about this.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. All right.
He may not like it. All right, let's get to our first. Should we bring on our first guest?
Let's bring on our first guest.
Okay. Our first guest is Beth Behrs, who everybody knows from Two Broke Girls, and she's on The Neighborhood, I believe, right now.
Yes,
she's a super funny lady who I believe does a podcast and writes books. Please welcome Beth Behrs.
Bam! Hey, Beth, what's going on?
How are you?
How's it going?
We're good. How are you?
Good.
You made me sound amazing, but I have to ask you, what is the Twitch?
We don't know. We don't know.
Okay. I've been wondering during this pandemic, everyone's twitching, but it's not like twitching. It's this whole thing.
Yeah, it's basically like it's almost like performing on stage. There's an amazing group of people who watch these shows, and a lot of people are on here like playing Fortnite and Fall Guys, and that's like a whole gaming side. But Rob and I basically just started to take our UCB show and start doing it over here.
Awesome.
Yeah, we used to do a stand-up show, and so that's all we're doing. We just decided to do like this is us just like dicking around. That's all it is.
I love it. What a dream. Well, then Twitch is amazing. Go
Yeah.
Twitch.
Now,
It's just
Beth,
free like YouTube. It's right there. It's easy.
Did you see what we just did to Jerry O'Connell? We all just I don't know if that was a good idea or a bad idea. I think it'll be fun. I think Jerry's a good sport, and I would freak out if I saw like 600 comments on my Instagram all of a sudden. Like
Right.
I would be worried. I think.
Did something happen with Jerry?
No.
We've made up our own thing, and we've all just tweeted at him, "Your video leaked, and we saw it." And
that's all it is.
I got really drunk at a party with him once before I was on to Broke Girls. He was at this party. I think Maria Menounos
that feels
threw
about
the
right.
party, and he was so friendly, and he took photos of me and my best friend, and it was wonderful. So go Jerry.
He is a great guy. He has called in on and been on the show numerous times, and he doesn't have internet in his house, so he often calls in from a Taco Bell parking lot or another parking structure. He's always stealing internet from some other place. So yeah.
Oh my God. Oh God.
Now, did you ever get anything like that? Like, I mean, like obviously you are on giant shows, and you are on a giant show. Like, but have you ever gotten that wave where you've been like, uh-oh, like attention, like something has happened and I didn't even know, or like a bunch of texts come flooding in or anything like that? Have you ever been at like the other side of that?
Well, the other day I post a lot of horse content.
I love that
on my social channels, and I have this troll, or maybe it's someone I dated, but he keeps talking about how bad. Are you allowed to say like dirty words?
Yeah.
Okay, he keeps commenting on my Instagram whenever I post pictures on my horse about how stinky my vagina is and how my horse must hate when my stinky vagina is on her back. And I'm like,
whoa.
Oh
Wow.
my God. That was shocking. I also get a lot about my feet.
Oh
yeah, I think that's a common thing for actresses, right? Like
there's like a database, a wiki.
Yeah.
When I was first dating my husband, I went to China. I did a bunch of like press and stuff in China, and he was like, they see everything. And so as a joke, I did send him my boobs once from China, and he was like, all those dudes in the tower that are watching everything you do just saw that. And then I kind of did have panic, like if that leaked.
Yeah.
Right. You got
overnight. But I never showed my face.
Yeah.
So
that's smart.
You can always deny that they weren't your nipples or whatever.
Paul was telling this story, which I have not heard about, that I guess David Boreanaz, there was a video that leaked of him jacking off recently, which I did not see or hear about. And Paul seems to.
Yeah, I came home on Saturday night to find him trending, and I was like, oh, why is he trending? And after a lot of investigative internet research, I found the video that leaked because it was quickly scrubbed. But he leaked, like, I don't consider it a leak because it's from his account. You can't leak your own stuff. Like,
also, who does that? Was he doing it to for himself to remember it? Like, why?
We're not friends with him. We don't know. We got to be friends with him.
You got to be friends with him.
Yeah.
What an interesting friend.
But, by the way, Beth, I'm looking at your WikiFeet page. I just pulled it up, and I want you to know that you have a 5-star review.
Wait, what is WikiFeet?
That's the whole thing. That's what we're talking about. WikiFeet. Here, I'll show you. I mean, it's nothing weird about. Yeah, I'll show you right here. Yeah.
I know that people are obsessed with women's feet. I didn't know there was a what?
Wow.
Yeah. There it is. WikiFeet. 5-star review there. And it says gorgeous feet. Gorgeous feet.
Oh,
wow.
Somebody did tell me I could be a foot model. I have a friend who is a hand model, And he was like, no, your feet, you could get money. This was like, you know, back when I was struggling to make it.
I'm gonna look at my wife and see what my wife's
Yeah,
wiki
what's
feet are.
hers?
Let's see.
Only for women? Am I on here?
Yeah, no, it's only for women. Oh, my wife is a little like a
Fauci?
quarter of a
Fauci's
star
on here.
lower, and that
Still
she's
pretty
got
good.
beautiful feet. Yeah, beautiful feet. But you've beat my
Aw.
wife in feet.
Wow.
My feet right now do not look great since it's been a year since I've got a pedicure. So
It's
They
so
should be really
bizarre.
What is your, this is I have no transition to this, but what is your connection to, what is the horse thing? You do, you said that you post a lot of horse content. What is that?
I just, you know, on Two Broke Girls, my character, Caroline Channing, lived in
Yeah.
New York City and had her horse in her backyard,
Okay.
like you do. And there was always a, you know, a horse on the show, and I just would ride it around the lot with the horse trainer, and then kind of just decided on a whim, like, to adopt one. I had never been a horse owner. I loved them as a little girl, and now I'm obsessed. And now my husband just rescued a huge draft horse named Rosie. So I've turned into him, to the cowboy of my dreams. And we're
Oh,
obsessed. And my whole house has a horse memorabilia now, which he
What-
said we have to stop with.
Can
that.
you share your horse's name?
Her name is Belle, and his
Belle.
horse is named Rosie.
Oh.
are they on Wiki Feet? I wonder if we could see the horses.
Oh my God, Rosie's feet should be, because I mean her hoof is like
Yes.
that big. She would get 10 stars.
Yeah. Now, where do they, I don't know how it works with a horse. I live in Pasadena, which is, for people watching this, it's like the cool part of LA. It's like where all the young.
No, that's not true.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
by the
like
way,
where-
Rob, I'm sorry I don't mean to interrupt you. We got some breaking news.
Uh-oh.
You are also on Wiki Feet Men.
No.
What?
Yep, Rob, and you have 4 stars out of 5.
Ooh.
Yes.
So there you go.
Right? Not
yeah.
terrible. Not
Yeah.
the best.
Does it have a picture of my feet? Oh
Is
yeah,
it
I did.
there.
see
Yep,
that
this is your feet. Like there, is that your feet?
Oh my God, you have good feet. They're very clean.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Do you
you.
get pedicures?
No, this is when I was on vacation with my family in Hawaii, and I posted something on Instagram. It was when people were showing their buttholes to the sun. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's
Is
me
it-
with George Clooney. These are all great pictures. No big deal.
So there you go. I just want you to know that you are on Wiki Feet.
So men are
Yeah.
on it.
Wow, I didn't know that. So Beth, where do the horses? Where do they live? Do they stay in your house? Are they at a stable in Burbank?
They're at a stable in the valley, like a little bit farther off the 170 in the valley. And
Gotcha,
Okay.
gotcha.
great. It's like 20 minutes away. We go as much as we can and
Yeah.
ride and
That's
I grew up
cool.
with horses literally in my backyard. I grew up in a very like suburban area, not like a farm area at all. And I thought it was always kind of normal, but our backyard was just a barn, and we had 3 horses in our barn, and that was my job. My chores were like salt lick, put the salt lick in, get the hay out, grain, all that kind of stuff. So I have a bad association with horses in the sense that they were just my obligation. Like I was like, it was like I love them. They're great. They're beautiful creatures. I rode them, but it does bring back like chores. Like the amount of days I would come home from school and have to like muck out a
Is it
corral.
a lot of
It's like,
work? I don't even know. Is it a lot of work?
high maintenance. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have them in my backyard, so someone else does the mucking, obviously. But they really are like, I mean, I wonder though, when you were around them, and not to get too hippy dippy,
Yeah.
but you noticed that you felt more calm and more zen?
this is an interesting thing, right? Because like their horses are used as therapy, right? I know Whitney Cummings talks
Yeah.
about this all the time. I definitely feel like there's something about having animals around you. Absolutely. Like
Yes.
there is something there, and they're so kind, and like they
Some of
are very like they are, you're right. Like there is a like an aura that they give off. So I don't know if I was fully aware of it, but my memories of them are that they were kind
The
creatures.
chore- Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yes.
And
I
you
mean the chores, the chores were a whole other thing, but like the actual animals were kind.
Because that's what I remember on Two Broke Girls, like when it would get really stressed out, I kept, gravitating toward where the horse and the horse trainer was. Because Whitney is actually the one who introduced me to equine therapy and horses.
Yeah.
We love Whitney Cummings, and I
always forget. Whitney produced or created that show, right?
She created it, yeah, with Michael Patrick King, and then she had her own show at the same time. So she didn't end up getting to like actually be on set as much, but we became really good friends.
Yeah. That's so cool. Cause I remember when there were those fires up in like Northern California, she was like going up in like
everywhere. I know that woman will do anything to save any animal, which is amazing.
Yeah, she really gets up in it. I will tell you, I had a crazy experience with a horse, and thank God I am still alive to tell it, which was...
this is the sex story, Paul. I don't
Hold on. So they are very relaxing, but they're also seductive. No, when I was a kid, because they were just in our lives. Like, it wasn't like a big deal. Like, when I look back on it now, I'm like, oh, I lived a weird life. But as a child, you have nothing to judge it against. It was like, that's what we have. We have like a dog run, or, whatever it was. And I was playing hide and go seek in the barn with a friend, and I went behind a horse.
Oh.
And I don't know how this happened, but
the
horse kicked me with his leg. Boom. Sent me back. I have a little scar on my cheek, but thank God, however it kicked me.
I've never asked you. It's a big scar.
Massive.
But it was like, it threw me back, but like 1 inch in any other direction, like my face would have been like caved. Like, luckily I just had like a small little cut that had some stitches and stuff, but it was...
You know why that is
Why?
Because they have a blind spot.
Okay.
So you're always, if you're going behind a horse, tip for anybody, don't step behind them without telling them you're there with your hand, because they're prey animals. So they're like preconditioned biologically to like always be worried about a mountain lion or a wolf or whatever. And so they thought you were dangerous.
And that was, so yeah, I'm thankful that, so basically I do have a love for this horse because the horse did not kill me. So I feel like that would have been, that would have been an intense moment.
Let me ask you this, Beth. You I feel like you're always working and you're always on a big show. Would you do a show that was you and only horses? It's just
like a new Mr. Ed?
100%. Can it be in Montana?
It could be in Montana, but it's not like a comedy. It's like a drama. It's like you're reading the mind. The horses, hold on. The horses are sending you messages to help you solve crimes. What about that?
So you're a cop.
It's like a horse whisperer, but you're a cop. Yeah.
I'm coming around. Horse whisperer. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So it's a horse whisperer.
I'll talk to my agent.
I by the way, I do love the fact that like there was a television show where they called Mr. Ed, where they just put peanut butter in a horse's mouth, and maybe worse, honestly, at other points, just like a string or something. But like that was like a TV show. People are like, "Yep, we're watching this. This horse talks and tells everybody." It's like I love that. I almost feel like I want to get back to that time where you could pitch a show, be like, it's about a guy and his talking horse. Be like, yes, write a check. How many seasons? 12? You got it.
I feel like any show with like animals is always like so weird. They were just shooting I'm not trying to brag, guys, but they were just shooting a commercial on my street. No big deal.
Oh man, Pasadena, where it's at.
Pasadena. And it was a Petco commercial. So I guess it was just like, someone walking their dog or whatever. But there were like 20 ASPCA people like watching to make sure that the dog is not, no one fucks with the dog or anything. So I feel like anything with, and like we had a monkey one time on Children's Hospital, and like,
that's scary. Monkeys scare me.
Yeah. Monkeys are pretty, what about like,
face, not just a little scar. Like
yeah. That's like their thing, right? Like they like to rip the faces off of people.
Unless you're Jane Goodall or Diane Fossey, but I think normal people like us,
I thought the whole thing was that monkeys love that Nick Cage, John Travolta movie Face Off, and they're just always trying to recreate it. They're just trying to cosplay. My wife did like a little bit of a guest star role on this show called Animal Practice, and Animal Practice was a show about people in a vet, Justin Kirk in a vet's office. And two interesting things about it. First of all, the monkey was listed number 1 on the call sheet. If anyone knows that means the order of importance, like in this show. So the monkey was number 1. Justin Kirk was number 2. And then the other thing was when she was on, they were like, "Hey, we have this ostrich. We don't know what the ostrich will do. We think it will be okay, but if we say the word run," like that's what they told him, like run. So, like
that
Gina's
happened
like,
on our show on the Neighborhood season 1 too with a bear.
What?
Well, just they were like, if you're on your period or expecting your period, like you are not allowed to be on this set. Like the bear might come after you. And then every woman was like, I don't know, what if I get my period? Is the bear gonna come out? What do we do?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I felt bad. I feel bad for like animals that have to come
Yes.
on stage.
Yeah. Animal actors are not cool. They don't want to be doing.
know.
And the people that are in that business are kind of gross. Like they're kind of like, it's always these people that have like a million like things in their van. They have like boxes of
Vans.
Yeah. It's
It's a tough job because you also are, the rate of success is very low. Like I feel like they're like, "Oh yeah, we have a bear trainer," and then the bear trainer will get the set and be like, "I don't know if he's gonna do it." You know, it's like, "Oh wait, what do you mean you don't?" I was like, I mean, a lot of variables. Yeah, it's a bear. It's a bear. It's like, yeah, it's a bear. Get the hell out! Like we don't need. I don't need to see any show besides like The Revenant, where I like The Revenant. I get it. Put a real bear in there. Yeah, sitcom comedy show. Cut to an image of a bear in a field. I got it. I get the idea.
I talked to the guy, the trainer, for at least a half hour, and he assured me that they live on like an open plain in Oregon, and that they only do, this like once a year, and then they're free, and they're bears that can't go back to the wild. I mean, his monologue about, he had it. He knew that someone like me was going to be like, so tell me.
Yeah. What's the deal with the bear? What
and
happened?
I got obsessed with it, but I was just so curious. Like, wait, does it get to be a bear when it's not acting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
What happened to the bear on Anchorman? Didn't that bear kill somebody eventually?
Eventually, yes.
Yeah.
I believe that we also had that bear on the League, and that's what would make, because it was like, he had a successful run, and then it snapped, and that's the scary part. Like that you could, they were great until you don't want to be the until show, like.
Look at Charlie Sheen. I mean, it happens to a lot of us. Right? You're on a show for too long, especially a multi-annual film.
You break. That's it. You will break. You we can't expect the bear not to break. It's scary.
I'm trying to think of other terrible animal stories like this.
I got a few. I mean, the League, we had a lot of weird animals. We did this episode. So my character, I mean, this doesn't make that much of a difference, but my character drove a Mercedes SUV, which is kind of, even though it's an SUV, it's kind of still very compact. It's not a very big car. And a monkey was supposed to get loose in the SUV. And it was a real monkey. And we were going to cut in and out of like real monkey and then exterior of the car with no monkey, real monkey, back and forth. And so the trainer was like, I'll get in the trunk. And we're like, well, okay, but what happens if the monkey freaks out? And he's like, you can give him these Sour Patch Kids. We're like, wait, what do you mean? He's like, give him the Sour Patch Kids. And then I'm like, wait, am I giving him like a representation of a human being to satiate him? Like, that doesn't feel right to me either. And so we start shooting the scene. Everyone's super tense. Like, I'm driving. And also, we're driving. So it's like, I'm like,
and is it a chimp or is it like a capuchin monkey?
Capuchin monkey, yeah. So like I'm driving, I'm like knowing that this monkey is going to, because the thing is the monkey is attacking us in the car too. So the monkey does have to cause some problems. So like we're there, the trainer's in the back on the leash, and he's gonna let the monkey go, and we're like, okay. And then they let the monkey go, and the monkey just starts running around the car, and then we all are and he just jumps up on our visor, like the sun visor. He's like, ha, and just starts eating the visor like there's no tomorrow. He's like, gummy bear. And I was like, I'm not gonna give this, like, he's going to town on the visor. I'm not gonna shove him a Sour Patch Kid in this moment. And we have, like, it was one of the most terrifying experiences I've ever been a part of.
So everyone listening, acting is hard.
It's so
It
hard,
is
guys.
so
It's
hard.
So hard.
Beth, you're lucky because I feel like you, I mean, just from, I feel like I've never been on a multicam for a long time, and that seems like a dream.
Congratulations.
It seems like it would be, isn't it great though in a way because you can go
Well,
like
the
people,
schedule is,
people say the schedule's great and you can be home, you know, for whatever you want to do, and
There's
you know,
horse time. I have time in the afternoon to go to my horse. Someday when we have a family, it'll be great. No, I love it. I've been so lucky. After Two Broke Girls, I was like, I'm never going to do a multicam again because I was just like, oh, I did it and yay. And then Max Greenfield called me because he had signed on to The Neighborhood and we had worked together before. And he was like, okay, but like, I know you're saying to everyone that you're not going to do a multicam, but like, you should watch this pilot. Because we actually we were in the weird position where the actors that were playing our characters had gotten let go and then we came in. So we actually got to watch the pilot, which I'd never experienced before as an actor, which was very weird.
It's kind of amazing. Like you can kind of go like, oh, I can do this. I can do like, I mean, partially it has to be like, I can do this better. But
well,
also,
you're just like, oh, I see what happened. Like I see why it's not quite working. So then you're like, okay, how can I step in and try? But the Butler family played by, you know, Cedric the Entertainer and Tashina Arnold, there was just such a chemistry there. And it was so obvious there was a show. And I love Max Greenfield. We love working together. He's the best human too, you guys. He's not just a good actor. And, you know, everybody on our show can hit the ball back in comedy, as you know, like Kat Dennings. I was so lucky to have like the top partner. Now I have him and Sed and Tashina Arnold. And it's like, so it was like a no-brainer to say yes.
Was it weird to now make this transition where, I mean, were you always shooting in front of a live audience or is it just like multicam without a live audience?
We always were. Yeah. It was weird in the beginning. And now to be honest, we kind of like it because it's just, you get like, my next show will definitely be a single camera comedy because I love improv. And I really, especially the stuff you guys do, I always say like, I'm Chris Farley stuck in like this. And so I don't get to do sort of the like disgusting, gross kind of stuff I want to do. And there's not a freedom because sitcoms have such a, as you guys know, there's such a musicality to it. And you can't ruin the music, like what's written and the jokes and how you hit it. And especially when it's live audience, you just can't play like that. But because we don't have the audience right now, there is more play because it's just the cast and crew. And it's fun. It's kind of fun to like have the time to try to make the crew laugh and like, so don't tell anybody, but I kind of like it, right?
I wonder if they will they bring an audience back or I wonder if they'll be like, oh, this is faster and better and more efficient to.
I don't know. I actually wondered that too. I've heard CBS through so we got to pick up for season 4 and we, thank you. And we heard that we will be doing like COVID protocols through 2022 at least. So I think at least for the first half of the season, we're going to keep it pretty insular. We have laughers, which are people who are hired to laugh, which.
Oh, whoa.
What?
When you know they're being paid to laugh.
Yeah. Wait, are they like socially distant spread out around the set?
There's about 10 of them and they have their own pod. It's adorable.
I love that they're paid to laugh, but it's like COVID, so they're like
totally. And they're lovely. We've got to know them now because they've been there every week and it's wonderful. But you're also kind of like, when we know we don't hit a joke well, we're like, stop laughing. We know that wasn't funny. Like there's a rapport there of like.
Oh, wait. So this is interesting to me because now I'm thinking about it like in the specifics. Like, so you're still shooting it as if there was a live audience. So you're not just going like, hey, let's shoot one scene today, one scene the next. Like you're still going to you still have a tape night essentially. And you're doing it like that. Wow.
We kind of split it up now. It's like we'll shoot half on Monday, half on Tuesday, but it's still table read, studio run through, network run through, just all on Zoom. And we're masked doing comedy on Zoom in a mask those first few weeks to see if something worked. It's weird. So hard. Your eyes, you're like trying to, because there's nothing.
I can't even recognize my friends with a mask on. Like, you know, it's like how like I can't like see the subtleties of anybody's anything going on with a mask. It's too much.
I feel terrible for the writers because it's hardest for them because they have no idea. And then once we get it, at least everything looks great once the masks are off because it's like just so much better than run throughs, you know?
I did a pilot that did not get picked up, the story of my life. for CBS like a few years ago. And I had never done like a multicam before. So I just wasn't, it does take you a minute to get into, because it's like doing a play. Like, you know, for people that don't know, like if you're shooting a single cam show, you go out and you shoot like a scene, and then you shoot a scene the next day, and then the next day you shoot a different scene. But multicam, you're doing the whole show from top to bottom. So in a weird way, it's fun because you can like bring, you know, your friends or your family to the show, and they can watch the whole show and see it. And so I flew my dad out, and my dad came to see this pilot that I did. And after the show, I was so excited that like, cause no one in my family has really seen what I do very much. And I was like, Dad, like, what did you think of the show? And my dad was like, the guy that was doing warm up, giving away candy and telling jokes, he was so funny. He was doing these magic tricks and he was singing songs. Like my dad was so psyched about the warm-up guy. And like, I don't even think he really watched the show. It was so funny.
We had the same Roger, maybe it was the same warm-up guy you had on Broke Girls. We had the same warm-up guy for 6 years. And that job, power to them, because they do those bits. You know, he did Will and Grace. So he'd been doing it every night like that. And the tourists that come, they love it. It's like, yeah, it's better than us. They like have to wait around for us to do a joke and reset and change. And
I mean, like he's doing a full one-person show and he's giving you candy. Like it's the best thing. It's like most of the time, like, you know, like it, like this is Santa Claus in the audience. Like it is impressive to watch, but it's also like, you also see like how much crowd work it is, how hard it is, because it is a lot of people who are not from LA, probably have never seen this before, and then they're there, and so he's got to work with people from all over the country, like he trying to make them interesting, and then like it's a lot, like they're just grinding. It does not seem easy, but they are effortless in doing it, which is great. It's really awesome.
Beth, you are the best, and thank you so much for dropping by. And good luck on the neighborhood.
I think you both are amazing. I was so honored to be on this show. My husband was like, I was geeking out because I'm such a fan of both you, the League, Children's Hospital, everything. It's like we're obsessed. So
this is amazing. Well, you were awesome, and it was a pleasure. And congratulations on that high wiki feet mark. So you know, I feel like
thank you. I am going to go rub some lotion on them and try to take care of them better.
Yes.
Bye, Beth.
Bye, Beth.
She's awesome.
That was hilarious. Fun. She's so funny. Wiki Feet. I don't know how I missed Wiki Feet.
Wiki Feet Men, Rob. Wiki Feet Men.
Wiki Feet Men. Let's see what Jerry is up to as far as the comments go.
All right, I'm looking right now. The comments are at 92 comments. 92 comments, and
if you're just joining us, please go to Jerry O'Connell's Instagram. The most recent post of his, we've directed everyone to say the same thing. Please don't blow this.
Yeah.
We're trying to give Jerry a panic attack. Go to Jerry O'Connell's Instagram and write in the comments, your video leaked and we saw it.
Yep. And Molly, you can put that up in a banner if you have a chance to do that. But yeah, they're all this. And I appreciate that some people have changed it just a little bit, but they're not blowing the joke. They're like saying, they're saying like, I saw that video.
I wish I hadn't seen it.
Yep.
He's going to be so terrified. This is terrifying. This is
if you got all of these, some people put a little heart emoji next to it, like your video leak, and we saw it heart. It's winky faces. Great. Oh, this is great. Like
we got to do this. We got to do this all the time. Every week we got to pick someone else.
And we really are. They can't track it back to us. I mean, that's the best part about it. So we've gone up 90 comments since we started this about a half an hour ago. I also love that it's his promo, not even for the show that we're on, but for like the new Paramount Plus network, which I signed up for today. I just jumped in because I'm hoping at one point Paramount Plus would have Human Giant, because that is a Paramount show. It's a Viacom show.
My God.
At one point, we should be on there. Yeah.
Well, they should put on our Crash Test special that we did. For Paramount.
Oh yeah.
And they should put on Human Giant for sure. By the way, so I guarantee you that there is a publicist at Paramount right now that is freaking out. That is like, oh my God, what video of Jerry leaked? What video of Jerry leaked?
Everyone's searching the internet furiously right now. Oh my gosh, this is all right. Well, keep it going on there.
We'll keep that bit going.
But yeah, this is a good. I like this bit. It's so dumb. We have a bunch of fun people coming up as we get into the show here. But Rob also, I mean, at one point, people want to know how Sergeant Meatball is doing. Sergeant
How is
Meatball,
he doing?
He's doing good. I actually think that, like, for the first time since we've adopted him, he's very chill. Like
he's
like,
in the zone.
He's like, there's no kids around. Like, he basically has a place in every room in the house, and he has formed a daily routine. So, which is like, when I come downstairs in the morning, he's ready for the walk. We go out on a walk. He comes in. He goes into his crate, which is kind of a new thing. He just hangs out in the crate. Then he goes on a walk in the afternoon. Then he goes into a room where the sun kind of streams in. Then at night when I'm cooking dinner, he's like laying down in the kitchen underneath the table. And then at night when he sleeps, he pretends that he's not going to sleep on the couch. And then I leave the room and he jumps on the couch and he goes to sleep. He's got a whole routine. This guy is living the life.
Yeah. Now, is he a fixed gentleman? Has he been, or does he like the ladies?
He is a fixed gentleman. I would imagine that that this dog would crush any potential mate. And also, for him to get up on anything would be a pretty impressive task. Like the thing that he was getting up on would have to stay still and be very, like a car. He could mount a car. That's about the only thing that he can kind of like raise himself on. But I love Meatball.
So we don't have to worry about him having sex with a car. You don't think he's going to actually have sex with a car?
I mean, look, if you see the Chrysler Pacifica, you might say like, "Oh my gosh,
is this a fucking ad?" Paul,
Rob,
you can't
do not
mention
take money out of my mouth here. I'm trying to say, like, yeah, dogs want to fuck Chryslers, and that's a fact. That's a fact.
I don't know why Chrysler would want to promote the fact that dogs want to fuck their cars. I don't think that's a pluggable thing. You're plugging an aspect.
Don't kink shame the dog, Sergeant Meatball. We actually have, but thank you, Molly, Chrysler Pacific fuck. So we actually have a great guest on the show. This is somebody who makes me laugh a lot. He's
super
on today,
funny.
Yeah, he's on today because he wants to talk about some of his favorite movies, which is kind of great,
cool.
Especially we're in quarantine, and
you
know, it's always good to have that. So please welcome to the show, first time, Demi Adejuyigbe. Here he is. Demi, how are you?
Hello.
What's
Hey.
up? Great. How's it going, man?
Thank you. I'm having a great time. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah, we're
man.
psyched to have you. And we see you jumped into character there. Is like a little you got like a
What
a
kind of outfit
costume?
is that?
Yeah.
That's
Sorry?
funny.
You got
Oh,
like,
you're,
it's a home cooking sweater. It's a podcast my friend does. I just really like it.
right. Yeah, but okay, yeah, but you know, the like the
Is that like a Sonic the Hedgehog thing?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a Sonic the Hedgehog hat. It's not really this isn't intentional. We don't have to talk about this. We can just, really here to talk about Sonic. I'm just,
okay.
Well, let's talk about some movies. You want to talk about movies?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. Would love to talk about movies.
What are you watching, man? What have you seen that you love?
Oh my gosh, I'm watching it all. I just watched The Terminal, Steven Spielberg's The Terminal.
Yeah,
it was a fantastic movie.
Really, that seems to be like a lower one on the Spielberg tier. Yeah,
many people think so, but I don't know. It charmed me. I really enjoyed it. I'm sorry, can you guys hear me all right? The ear pods are inside the hat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when you just turn like that too, I didn't realize it. It seems like it has like a tail. There's like yeah. Oh, it's Sonic,
it's a full on. It's a Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can't hear yourself.
I can hear myself. I just want to make sure that you can also hear me. It's very inconvenient. Sorry.
I've seen kids wear that. A lot of kids wear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess some kids. I mean, adults also wear it. I'm wearing it.
It looks like. So. Yeah. Okay. It looks like.
Well, let's talk about other movies.
So
what else? The Terminal. I haven't seen.
Terminal's great. Oh, you got to see The Terminal. You know what? Other movie people don't give enough credit. I saw recently, Cloud Atlas, another Tom Hanks film.
Oh yeah.
It's very long, and there's some problematic parts. I'm not going to.
Yeah. Well, but again, another movie that people kind of, I think, are not super popular movie, I guess, or not received.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it a lot. I was watching it the other day, and there was a part that just blew me away, and I couldn't lean too far back because this thing sort of hits the wall. And
I'm sorry, Lee.
Sorry.
How long has that been on your head? Like how long is this on?
Paul, it's fine. If he wants to wear the hat, let him wear the fucking hat. It's fine.
I don't want to wear the hat. I have to wear the hat, unfortunately.
Well, if you're gonna promote a movie, you should tell us, because we're not being paid to promote it.
So, no, I don't. I'm not here to promote anything. It's stuck on my head.
The Sonic mask is stuck on your head?
That's correct. It is glued on there with Gorilla Glue, unfortunately.
Oh man, Demi,
has been for
quite
some time.
Wait, how long?
I want to say. I marked it in the calendar. I guess it's been like 9 months now.
No, Jesus Christ, 9 months with Gorilla Glue?
With Gorilla Glue, yes.
Why? I feel like I'm missing part of the story. Why did you glue it on your head?
Well, I didn't. My hair's been growing long in the pandemic, and about 3 months in, I was just sort of like, I can't get my old Sonic hat on anymore, and so it was sort of slipping off. And it's not weird. I think it's fair.
I
mean, I
don't think it's weird either, Paul. I think
I'm not saying
fair,
I'm just saying
Paul.
it's like
Thank you.
Fair,
okay.
Paul.
I mean, do you need that? I guess the question is like, is it that important to have the Sonic hat on? I mean, who cares? Like the Sonic hat. I mean, okay, yeah, you want to wear it, yeah.
I mean, I guess I could put on another hat, but I'm not. It's for work. I have to wear it for work. So
wait,
I don't ask you. I don't ask you. Do you have to put on a shirt when you take a meeting or something?
Well, no, because that is normal. What job are you doing that you're wearing that you're required to wear a Sonic hat?
I am a Sonic character player for children's birthday parties.
In the pandemic?
Well, yes. I stay away from them. I'm far away. We give all the kids binoculars so they can still see me.
Well, there must be like is there like a face covering thing?
Well, there was, but I don't. Sonic sort of, he's smart mouthed, he's sassy, and I didn't love they couldn't tell. It was hard for them to understand what I was saying with my mask on, and I have a lot of great lines,
like a lot of those classic. This is a. All right. I mean, I feel bad because it's like I'm not making fun of you, but I understand this is your job. But it also is like, so you.
It does feel like you are making fun of me.
Well, why don't we go back to the movies?
Okay.
Let's go back to the movies and just talk about movies that you love, Demi. Because I was on board with, Cloud Atlas. I thought that was a great movie. I did not. What else are you watching that you really like?
Okay, another movie that I think people are a little. They liked it when it came out, and now they look back on it and they're like, "Oh, it's a movie to make fun of." I think it's great. Is Hitch. I recently saw it. It holds up. It really does.
Wow.
All right.
Will Smith, charming as ever. Kevin James, the funniest he's ever been.
I mean,
it really just shows.
I like that kind of pairing. Yeah. No, I like that pairing.
Yeah. It's as natural a pairing as Sonic and Tails. It really just goes.
No, please don't say that. It's not a natural pairing. Don't say Sonic. Like that's not a thing that people say. Like people don't go like Sonic. Like that's not a thing. That's not a thing. I mean, it is a thing, but it's not a thing.
Yes, okay. It's peanut butter and jelly, Adam and Eve, yes. Sonic and Tails.
Yes, no.
Can I ask just like I think this is an obvious question. If the hat is a bother or whatever, isn't there a way to just like cut it off? Like, couldn't you just snip it off or steam it?
And then I have to buy another one for when I work after the pandemic.
Well, yeah, but we've been in a pandemic for. Yeah, Rob, think. I mean, it's been a year though.
We have been in this for a while, but I just, when you love something, you don't want to give it up. And I know that I'm going to be right back at it, yelling, gotta go fast at kids' birthday parties as soon as this is over.
I have a question about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that a line from the movie? I'm sorry, I didn't see the movie. I know people.
It's very good.
People love it. But
I also didn't see the film out of mostly boycott. But
what? Whoa!
Wait, why are you boycotting?
Boycotting the movie that you do for a job.
I don't do it for a job. I'm playing the character of Sonic as depicted in the series of Sega video games. The character of Sonic that they put in the film is a bastardization. They didn't take any of the storyline from the series. They just gave their own.
There's no storyline. He runs it.
Are you kidding me?
He just collects coins. What does he do? He gets rings, right?
So they have a Wikipedia page and just says a blue man run around get rings. No. He's got a storyline, a rich storyline. Lord of the Rings level, Paul.
Paul. Lord of the Rings level? Like, all right, so...
Token wishes.
Wishes, Paul.
No, he does not. Like, okay. Look, all right, let's, like, you said, like Sonic and Tails. What is that dynamic?
It's a famous dynamic. It's the Chucky and Tommy. It's freaking Doug and Doug's friend.
What are you talking about? What are Chucky and Tommy?
Rugrats.
Jeez, Paul.
Did you have a childhood, Paul?
I did. I
Seriously.
I played. I got a Genesis right here. I get it.
And you haven't. Well, then you don't know the lore of Sonic.
I know. There's no lore. It's like you run, you collect the stupid rings, and then
No, he runs to he's collecting the rings and he exchanges them for Chaos Emeralds. And the Chaos Emeralds unlock the power that he had to save the world. None of this was in the film. None of this.
Because it doesn't make a Chaos Emeralds?
That's right. So, not to mention that they instead of casting an actual person to play the role, they just simply CGI'd it. Well, that's where my real problem lies. I just, they could have gone to a person who, maybe has been living in character as Sonic the Hedgehog for several years now and knows exactly how to play the character. But instead they were like, let's make a computer do it.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. I didn't know this was the issue. So you're upset that you were not cast as the live action Sonic the Hedgehog.
It doesn't have to be me. I'm just saying somebody. And it's like, yes, it should have been me, but they didn't even audition people.
Yeah, because it's a hedgehog. It's a crazy looking hedgehog. And honestly, I think the glue has seeped into your brain here, okay? Because it's like...
Paul, that's rude, Paul.
It's very rude.
Demi, let's just get back to some of your film top picks, because I think that's something we can all get behind. I think the whole thing with Sonic the Hedgehog is just a sort of an unfortunate thing that happened. But what other movies are you into?
All right, another movie. I mean, and this is all, I've been really dipping back into the past, seeing about things that I loved when I was younger, seeing if they still hold up. And another movie I saw recently that I really loved is School of Rock. It's just so charming. It's Jack Black is great. I really think that, did you know he's going to be playing a role in the Borderlands movie?
Oh, yeah. I'm excited for that.
He's going to be playing a robot, which, a little, I don't know about that. But I'm excited to see it.
Wait, what don't you know? What don't you know about? I mean, he's an actor. He's playing a role. Yeah. What do you want, a robot to play?
Okay. Yes, I would love. See, instead of getting a computer to make a Sonic, why don't they just have a computer play the robot?
Okay, no, because there's no computer. Wait. So you want the computer that programmed you want the computer that designed Sonic to play the robot in the Borderlands movie?
Yes, I think that would be fair. Are you saying that the computer can't play a role because it did a pretty good job in Sonic, or so I hear? Again, didn't see it.
It's not. That's not a robot. It was a tool that they used to draw Sonic with. It was Ben Schwartz.
Right? It's a tool. It's a tool. That's so disrespectful.
Oh,
Paul,
I'm looking at a robot right now.
Yeah,
I see you on the screen of a robot.
That's
Paul.
Paul.
That's a computer. It's not a robot. Rob. It's not. Your computer is a robot.
Demi, one thing I've noticed in your film recommendations is that these are all sort of, old school things. And you even said like, well, let me go a little more recent. And then you went to School of Rock, which is at least like 10 years old. Are you not watching any current movies that have come out this year?
Well, it's, we're so, it's still so, what's the word? We're not fully into 2021 yet. There's still a lot of great movies to come in the year. But I have found that every time I open my TV, I pop up the Chromecast, starts recommending movies, and right there is Sonic the fucking Hedgehog, and I go, no, I don't want to watch it. And I get angry, and on several occasions I've broken the television, and to avoid that, I've just been resorting to the DVDs I already got.
No, okay. First of all,
need to.
I see.
Before we had you on the show, you were somebody that I was like, oh, you're so clever, you're creative, you're an amazing writer, you do these really fun bits, and it just to me feels like, honestly, this is kind of affecting you in a way that I personally don't like. I think that you've gone down a rabbit hole here with a character that is like, it's like, as honestly, Sonic is as boring as Mickey Mouse. Like,
Demi, let me talk to Paul.
You want me to pull him out for a second?
Yeah, pull Demi out.
Just one second.
We're just going to pull you out.
Famous 100-year icon. Okay, yeah, okay.
Well, describe something that Mickey Mouse. All right, give us 1 second. Just give us 1 second.
Let me just talk to Paul backstage. Paul.
What?
Listen, man, you're being rude to our guests, okay? He's obviously going through some serious stuff, okay? He accidentally glued a Sonic the Hedgehog hood to his head, and he's having to deal with that. And you're fucking berating him on the live it's not TV, it's the internet, but you know what I mean.
Okay, you know what? I fine. Then I won't say a fucking word. I'll let this insane person talk about.
He's not insane. Yeah, you just can't berate people. Okay, bring him back.
I'll bring him back.
Hey, how's it going?
Wait, were you playing?
What were you doing?
Playing Sonic.
Jesus, fucking.
Why are you? I guess I don't get that. Why would you be playing Sonic if you hate the world so much?
No, I don't hate the world. I love the world. I respect the world very much. It is the film that I do not agree with. You never had a book that you love and then you see it get bastardized for the screen?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, that's me with Sonic. So
yeah, you know what? Honestly, pick another character. Get that thing off your head and start over again, man. Okay?
Knuckles.
You're gonna start over with Knuckles?
The Hedgehog, Knuckles.
I know who Knuckles is. It's like Sonic's pal. It's like he's another.
They're not pal. Oh my! Are you serious? Okay.
Wait, is he a bad guy? I don't know. He's another hedgehog, right?
He's sort of in between. He's the antagonist of the franchise, but he also, there are times where he's friendly and there's times when he's not.
You don't know anything, Paul. You don't know anything.
I know a little
read
bit.
a Wikipedia. I don't.
Embarrassing yourself.
Paul. I don't need to read a Wikipedia because about a character that doesn't. Oh, so what are you gonna tell me next? Oh, Miss Pac-Man is actually, this amazing feminist, and she's got all these interesting ideas. It's like, no, it's a stupid video game. It's nothing.
Miss Pac-Man was a suffragette. The ghosts that she is going after are, ghosts that were protesting her right to vote.
Okay.
Paul,
is that true?
You need to read a book, Paul.
Yes, it is.
Wow. I guess I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
also, as the chat is pointing out, it was a test. Knuckles is not a hedgehog. He's an echidna. You failed.
Oh, all right. Jesus. Yeah, I didn't fail. I didn't even. All right. You know what? Okay. Well, I don't even know what an echidna is. What is an echidna? Okay. You know what?
Okay.
Everyone's now gonna they want you to start your own show on Thursdays. This is what I was afraid of, Rob. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. This is.
I mean, I appreciate you coming on, Demi. I'm sorry that you didn't get along with Paul. I seem to have frozen also. I think my camera's frozen. Oh, I'm back now. I'm back.
I just Demi, good luck. Your movie recommendations sucked. Okay, they're not great movies. Okay. I mean, School of Rock is good. Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. School of Rock is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other one sucked.
Cloud Atlas is pretty.
You're supposed to come on here and entertain our crew with fun movie recommendations so people forget that they're stuck in their house.
Okay, you want some other fun?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Miami Vice.
Bad movie? Bad movie.
Yeah.
Bad.
What do you want from me? What's a good movie? What's a good movie to you?
I don't know anything. Any like name of
anything? I named 5.
Okay, all right. The new Bill and Ted's movie is really fun. That's a good one. Face the Music. There was No Man Land, Minari. Like what else? I Care a Lot. A lot of these movies are good movies.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
All right, this is ridiculous. All right, you know what? This is enough. And I know you want me to plug that you go to children's parties, or I don't even know if that's technically you're allowed to, but
I don't think you should. I don't think you should.
Yeah, I don't think you should plug that. Why would I ask you to plug that?
All right,
don't plug.
I thought you seemed proud. You seem proud of it.
I am proud of it. I don't want you to plug it.
All
I can do fine on my own.
He doesn't need your help, Paul.
All right.
If anything, I should go to the children's parties and plug this thing that you do.
Oh, fucking burn, Paul.
All right. Oh man. All right, I'm done. I'm done with this guy. If you want to follow Demi, you could see in the chat where he is, and you could do whatever you want. You can talk about arachnids or tails or Dr.
Echidnas, Paul.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit?
Thanks,
you need to make a visit to the Green Hill Zone, my man. Gotta go fast.
Yeah. No. Goodbye. No, don't say that. All right, oh boy. Wow.
I didn't like the way you talked.
Stupid.
That was frustrating.
I mean,
I was frozen a lot of the time on that one. I think it's StreamYard. I think StreamYard fucks me over.
We can figure out a different. I have an idea of how to do it differently in the future. But boy.
What were you not on board with there, Paul?
He lost his mind. He's insane. The man is insane.
I don't get why he doesn't just cut it off. He should just cut the
There's no
off.
reason to have that on his head. And he's going around the children's parties and he's like, don't plug it, which makes me think that he's not even invited to those children's parties. He's just showing up there, running around saying, gotta go fast. I've never even heard that. Is that a thing that Sonic says, gotta go fast?
I didn't see the movie, but I think it sounds like something Sonic would say.
I did see the movie. James Marsden is fantastic in it.
Yeah.
I really hope he's in the sequel.
Is he in the movie? Did you see it with your kids?
I feel like I did see it with my kids. Yeah, thank you. And I thought that James Marsden was really the stellar part.
Was that before when you used to spend time with your kids?
Oh, don't bring this up. Do not bring this up. I am in a bad mood right now.
I got another email from Gus, your oldest son.
Oh my God.
Dear Uncle Rob, it's 9:25 Toronto time, 6:25 LA time.
Yeah.
We're trying to get in touch with our dad, but he seems too stupid to pick up his phone, and he doesn't answer his emails. Is he still watching that David Boreanaz jack-off video, or is he talking about Sonic Hedgehog, stuff like that? Let us know, because we can't get in touch with him. And also my mom, June, is wondering why Paul can't get his shit together.
Okay.
And and reminder to Paul to feed Sergeant Meatball, because sometimes he forgets.
I know how to feed Sergeant. I don't forget.
Paul drinks too much.
I don't drink. I don't drink anymore.
This is from your kids. They emailed me.
This whole show has upset me. And we have an important guest coming up, and I want to be
why
present
why do your kids call their mom June? That's what I want to know.
Because I think that they might, June likes to have a casual relationship with them, to make sure they don't feel like it's too powerful, I think you should maybe start to have your kids call you, Rob, or, whatever.
I only have one kid, Paul. You're a good friend of mine. You've known me for a long time. You know that I have one kid. You said kids. Okay. Start paying attention to other people. Pay attention to other people.
Yeah, I thought you had 3 kids. I thought you had 3 kids. I'm sorry.
No, I don't have 3 kids.
I'm just looking here on my phone at Jerry, and that's why I was a little bit distracted.
What are we up to?
We are up to 115 comments. 115 comments of saw your leaked video, and he hasn't texted. I'm looking to see if he's texted.
No, he would never know. How could he trace this back to us? This is the perfect crime. Let's tell people what to do. If you're just tuning in, I'm Rob Huebel. This is Paul Scheer. This is our Twitch show, and we've asked people to go to Jerry O'Connell's Instagram page his most recent post is it's like an animated post. It's all these pictures of cartoon characters and stuff from Paramount
Lower
Plus.
Decks. Yeah.
And so just go on there and comment what everyone else has commented, which is your video leaked and we saw it. Your video leaked and we saw it.
All right. So then we have
just kind of, we're fucking with Jerry, who's a good friend of ours.
We went from 6 comments up here, and so far, just so you know, like Jerry, this is a very an uncommented on post. So we're really pushing it over the limit here. I feel like this is a good thing. And you know, Rob, we actually have this is actually a serious guest we have coming up in a second too. I don't know if you've been.
I heard about who this was. I haven't talked to him, but I think you booked him, right?
Yeah, I did, as a matter of fact. I don't know if you have read what's been going on in Texas lately. Have you read? Yeah.
Well, I don't read. I do watch videos, so I've watched it on videos.
Well, Texas Governor Abbott. He basically has said, "That's it. We're good.
Open.
Take off the masks. Let's go." He's taken. We've won. We've beat the battle here, and I know a lot of people. We have a lot of people here in the chat that are from Texas, and there's a lot of confusion. I know Joe Biden, President Joe Biden, said the other day, like, this is crazy. I don't understand it. And so I actually reached out to someone involved in actually the COVID team. This is actually one of the COVID-19 medical advisors. Yeah. So we have Dr. Henry Cole joining us. So I'm going to bring him in here right now. Here he goes. Hey, Dr. Cole, how are you?
Hey, gentlemen, how's it going? What a week.
Yeah.
What a week. Yeah, what a week. Well, thank you so much for joining us here. You know, obviously you're on the ground. We talked about, you know, the reaction to lifting of all the bans and everything like that. How involved were you in that?
Before we get into all that, can I just say I've tuned into the stream for the last hour and a half and have enjoyed every second of it. That Jerry O'Connell thing, I got in on that. That was super fun.
Great.
Yeah, so I made a comment. What does that feel like? Like to have an idea and say the idea out loud and then people do the thing you said? Like what is that process?
It feels great. Yeah. It feels like you know, it's a fun prank. We're just kind of goofing on a friend of ours, and it feels powerful. You know, I feel like,
but fun. Like it feels like hey, we're all in on something, and they trust. Like I think what I like about it is we have this amazing group of people that come to the show every week, and they trust us, and we trust them, and we know that they're not going to go too far, and together we actually are able to create something that is fun and kind of like a safe, fun prank.
Yeah, it just looked wonderful to be able to say something and have people do it.
What's your dog's name? I just saw your dog there. What's your dog's name?
I actually adopted this dog during the pandemic. I've had plenty of time. She's whining because my sourdough bread is ready. I've taught her to time the proofing of my bread.
Oh wow!
Which is it's a useful skill.
That's great. Well, it sounds like you've got a lot of you've done all the kind of classic pandemic things. You got into sourdough. You adopted a dog. I see you got a bike there in the back.
Bike's great. I just ride it out to the ocean and scream into the void.
That's great.
But I do want to kind of follow up on that though. I mean, are you feeling like as your role as one of the COVID-19 medical advisors are you feeling that you're not really being heard, or I mean, like, or what's your relationship with Governor Abbott? I guess I should say.
Well, my role is a medical advisor, and I'm not here to be political. Okay,
of course.
But Governor Abbott, with his recent announcement, is swinging his dick around so hard, I think he's going to take off.
Wow! Oh, geez. Wow.
But that's a medical statement. That's not political.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
It's a little bit political, but yeah. So the situation there, just to catch people up that may not be. So Texas is not at all doing well as far as COVID numbers and cases and hospitalizations and all that, right?
No, the country as a whole, Texas is pretty similar. We are seeing marked improvements in new case rates. The vaccine rollout is going well. There's a lot of positive signs. And as we reopen, there's going to be managing, commercial interests, private lives, freedom, and health. Like that is a complicated problem.
Yeah.
And Governor Abbott just went Leroy Jenkins on it. and jumped into just sent it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That is. Yeah. I mean, I know you're trying to kind of remain out of the fray. You are kind
of not political. Not political.
Not political.
A little political. I mean, because I feel like so you're not really. I mean, so Governor Abbott's kind of off on. He's not really talking to you at all. When was the last time you guys talked?
We have a once a month meeting.
Okay.
Where I go in, I prepare, I have data, and then I move my lips and make mouth sounds that vibrate the air.
You're
and
talking.
I think about the impossibility of actual communication. Like I get real heady with it because it's real. Have you ever read The Stranger by Camus?
I haven't. I mean, what is it? What is it? Yeah, what's the kind of, can you give us the gist?
I listened to it on tape.
It's just about a man who lives in a world that he cannot affect and does not make sense and just imposes itself on him in a myriad of confusing and overwhelming ways.
Well, have you tried at all? What's the? I mean, have the horses already left the stable? Like, is it? There's no going back now, right? Like, it's all no masks and no rules and everything's wide open. Or is there any chance that it might get reined back in?
At this point, and I hate to say it, but we are in talks. Target is still maintaining the mask ban. I got a call into Joann's Fabrics. I'm trying to lean on Joann's to keep the mask mandate in place.
Wow.
A&W root beer stands, or I'm getting a call back from them.
So you're going from establishment to establishment, really just trying to enforce. Like, that seems insane. Like you are a powerful member of the medical team. This is upsetting.
I'm helping a guy move who owns 3 mattress stores in Austin. And it's a little tit for tat. He's like mask, but 4th floor walk up. So I'm trying to make it happen, but
jeez, wow. Yeah, this is a lot to process. Yeah.
And what about just like, how are most people feeling in Texas? Like, I don't know what the vibe is like there. I mean, politically, I know that it went for Trump, but there are a ton of Democrats there that must believe in science because it was kind of close, right? Like, it wasn't like a total blowout. So is there any hope of just kind of reaching the people that believe in science, or is everything just gone completely haywire?
Well, I hate to be pessimistic, but there are a lot of people. I mean, the government has a role in leading people through this crisis. And, I did manage to talk Governor Abbott against his See a Mask, Get Him campaign.
Yeah, well, talk to me about that. Yeah, what was that?
He was advocating that if you saw someone in a mask, you get him.
Yeah, that seemed rough. That seemed like that was not a good thing.
It doesn't seem helpful to the situation.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, were they just kind of like throwing him in a truck? I mean, what was going on there?
Well, that was one of my problems with it. Get him is so vague. Like it's not good epidemiological, information. Keep it simple, steps. What is it? Just calm week.
Have you seen it? I mean, have you seen? I mean, obviously there's a lot of weird behavior, but have you seen any like blatant disregard for masks? Like any sort of things that really concern you? I know we talked about the Get 'em, but has there been parties or things like that going on?
There was a gentleman who was not only was he not wearing a mask in public, he had set up a fan on a backpack to blow air around his head.
Oh no, he's pushing it forward.
And he was singing karaoke through a trumpet.
Oh God! Oh, that's the amount of
which is just through. So it's like the most. I mean, that sounds like the most you could possibly spread something.
Yeah, I would say it's counterproductive to our health goals.
Jeez!
Wow, this is upsetting, man.
Really bad.
But it's not the only example. People are in protest and to defend their freedoms. They're having parties where they spit into each other's mouths.
Okay, yeah, that is not a good thing.
They call them freedom swaps.
Oh, gross!
Did not realize that was going on. You know, and maybe we should open this up to some questions from our chat, because obviously we have people here. You know, again, like I said, a lot of people from Texas, and they may want to have some questions. Yeah,
Dr. Henry, like, are there what is the rest of the medical community like in Texas? Like, are they all like you? Are they all kind of like, are they throwing their arms up in the air and kind of going crazy, or is it like?
Well, over the course of the pandemic, there was, anger and, bargaining and, depression. I think we finally reached a place of accepting it. Like at the most recent epidemiological conference I attended, we did a bag of puzzles. That's where you everyone brings a jigsaw puzzles, and then you throw them all in a bag, shake them up, and then you work all those puzzles. That was something to do with our time.
No, that seems like a waste of time in this pandemic. I mean, here's a question, and again, this feels like somebody from Texas, but I'll just put it up here. What caliber of bullet works best against COVID? Can we maybe just,
Yeah,
that is,
I don't think you can use, I don't think you can use bullets, right?
It is not a zombie apocalypse. It is pretty simple. Put a piece of cloth in front of your face. Try not to touch everything. I see no role for a gun.
All right. Well, again, people are asking this. It says, Doc, is it possible to punch COVID until it goes away?
No.
That's something that people have been talking about, right?
Well, I don't want to poo-poo it immediately. If you did go around swinging, it might be an effective way to maintain social distance.
Oh, really?
Okay. All right.
Like same thing. Like if you got to go in public, just carry 2 open buckets of paint. I'm not against novel solutions.
Okay. Well, is this
like a boxer?
All right. Well, now I think somebody now you've given people an idea. They said, should they put a mask on the bullet if they're going to try to shoot COVID?
Oh, I don't think that's necessary.
I'm just here to talk real health information.
Okay,
I don't understand the mask on a bullet. That seems silly.
I asked you to go back for a second. You were talking about that epidemiological conference you went to. Are those fun? Like, is it at all fun? Is there any sort of social aspect? Is there drinking? Is there kind of partying? And are there any hookups with other doctors, or is it just all business?
They get pretty fun. The last one I went to before the pandemic, we put out a like one of those coffee services.
Yeah.
And we put a UV susceptible dye on it.
Okay.
And we say, this is the virus. And then at the end of the conference, we put a UV light on everyone and see who died.
Oh. How many people did?
100%. 100%.
Okay, yeah, that's
commonly touched surface like that would that spreads rapidly.
I wasn't thinking about something like that. I was thinking more like, are there any sexy stories? Before the pandemic, did people get like fucked up or do coke or anything like that, or is it just something that's not as depressing as what you just said?
Oh well, I don't consider it depressing understanding how diseases work. I think it's fun and interesting.
All right.
Right.
This actually looks like a good question here. I think this is actually a good one here, because a lot of people are wondering about this. It is what is the efficacy rate of the new Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and what does it taste like?
Oh, great question.
Well, the efficacy rate is high. I don't have the number offhand, but it's in the high 70s, low 80s, I believe.
I think that's right.
Which is more than enough. Like that is amazing. Going into this, anything over 50%, I was all on board. Get your vaccination. It tastes like. Have you ever had a push pop, like an orange sherbet push pop?
Yeah.
I just had one.
Have you ever left it in a car?
I just left it in a car.
And then it turns into a puddle.
Yeah.
And then you're cleaning it.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
And then you're like, I wonder if it still tastes like push pop.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like.
Oh, okay. But we should also, I'm no doctor, but we shouldn't be tasting it, right?
No, it is not orally administered. You should get a shot.
Oh, okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. It goes in your arm. Yeah, you don't drink it.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Yeah.
But one of the advantages of the Johnson & Johnson is that it just has to be refrigerated, not frozen. So
okay, this is another question. I think This is a good one. I think maybe people want to get answered. Was Corona cured, or was it just COVID that was cured?
Do I have a dog or do I have a Chihuahua?
I see.
I don't know. Yeah.
I get that. I get
Yeah.
that. Paul, I never do this, and I would never normally do this, but I do love, this is the first medical guest we've had on the show. Can we just also throw some like medical questions at him? Like,
just general questions.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll start. And again, I would never do this. I want to talk about COVID and I want to talk about the situation in Texas, but I've been going to the swimming pool in my community a lot lately. And I've been wearing the same swimming suit for about a month. Yeah. And I've noticed that I've been getting like a really terrible rash.
Oh yeah.
Down where my bathing suit goes. And I was wondering, like, what what is that?
Are you removing the swimsuit in between swimming sessions?
No. I keep it on so I can always be ready to go back and swim whenever I want to.
Rob.
Yeah, you're rotting. You are allowing your body to rot.
Yeah, that's
fungally.
Yeah.
That is a terrible idea.
Yeah, Rob, you got to take off your swimsuit.
Yeah, you have to take off your. That's not a medical question so much as a.
I see.
Just a basic avoiding discomfort.
All right. Let's open it up. All right,
we open it up. We have a lot of questions here, and we have a great doctor here. Dr. Henry Cole's been actually amazing here. To see what they're saying. Okay, they're talking about funky undies. We're still kind of caught up in the crotch rot of it all. Let's see. Oh, somebody was saying, what's your most commonly touched surface, Dr. Cole?
Oh, great question.
Well, that's a
great question. It's good to be aware of that. Yeah, mine is probably like many people's is my phone.
Okay, yeah.
I'm constantly waiting on a call from Governor Abbott or anyone in the control of this situation, and play a lot of chess and Bejeweled, social media.
Yeah, sure.
And can I ask, Doctor, what did you think about the leaked David Boreanaz jack off?
Don't ask him about that. Like, he doesn't know.
He's a doctor, Paul.
Please do. I've watched the whole show. I checked it out when you mentioned it.
Yeah, click.com.
I don't see it as being off-putting as you.
Okay, right. All right. That's maybe you're a doctor and that's what your thing.
I can imagine an intended recipient of a jerk-off video. It's like, good for you. Glad you're enjoying yourself.
Right.
Okay. Well, while we're talking about the penis, here's a great question. Dr. Lupo told someone that pee is stored in the balls. Is that true?
I don't think that's true.
We'll let the doctor answer up.
Yeah, we'll let him answer.
Yeah, I don't think that's not that I don't think it's true. It's just not true.
Okay,
but I encourage you to do, have a scientific mind about it. Experiment. Weigh your balls. Urinate. Weigh your balls again. Try to prove these theories. Science works.
Yeah, that's a great idea. How do you personally weigh your balls? Because I've always been confused about that. People are always suggesting that you should weigh your balls. I've never figured out how to do that.
Well, it's difficult. You can't use a bathroom scale. They're simply not accurate enough unless you have balls that weigh more than 1.5 pounds.
Right.
But you get a cooking or a baking scale that can measure 8 grams.
Oh, great.
If you have a low table or a step stool,
let's not weigh our balls,
you get your balls at counter level, either raising your body up or lowering the scale.
Right.
And then you gently place them and try to let them float free in space. So
okay.
you're not putting
gently.
Don't slam the balls around.
Okay. I don't even know.
Someone in the chat asked what the UFO is behind you. There's like a UFO with a beam that's like zapping a.
Looks like a painting. It looks like a painting.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was.
Are you so you're a doctor that believes in UFOs? I think. And the bookcase.
Yeah, on his bookcase behind you.
It is a lamp in a bookcase. Okay. I built that lamp during the pandemic because I had the time.
A lot of hobbies. Yeah.
Well, you know what, Doctor, I thought we would get some. I'm sorry that you're going through all this trouble in Texas right now. That's a bummer. I thought that we could open this up to some real questions, but it just feels.
Can I ask?
There's nothing. Yeah.
This is, and I hate to tie up our guest with questions that aren't scientific, but I am always curious why.
I have the time, and I'm happy to help.
Great.
Oh boy.
Why is it that when we eat asparagus, our urine smells differently? Why is that? And I would open that up to you, Paul, if you know the answer too. I don't know.
Yeah, I would love to if Paul has a theory about.
I don't have a theory. I'm just, like, I don't
do
know
you
why
smell do you smell your urine, Paul?
You're not curious about it at all?
I am curious. Please tell me why. Please tell me why.
No, like you've never wondered. Like, what if you supposed?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, truthfully, I just always know that your pee smells a little bit when you have asparagus. Maybe I thought there was like an enzyme breakdown that, when it.
What an idiot.
Well, why am I an idiot?
Tell him, doctor.
Enzyme breakdown. What does that mean exactly?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a doc. I'm not a.
You just said some words.
You fucking idiot.
I'm not an idiot.
Broccoli smell particles travel to the bladder.
Okay,
yeah, Paul. No way.
Please don't attack me. Don't attack me like that. I'm just trying. I don't know. I don't know. I said I didn't know. Why?
Have you ever? Oh, let me ask you a question. Have you ever eaten beets and then had a bowel movement and then been alarmed?
Yes, I have.
Dummy, you are an idiot.
You idiot.
Why am I an idiot?
Oh man.
You are the biggest waster of times at doctor's office across the country. Many calls come in. I have a bloody stool. Did you eat beets? Yes, I did. Click.
Right.
A million times a day across America.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, I get it in the sense that like people get nervous about. Okay, people are now calling me a dumb. I'm just saying, look. There's sometimes I forgot that I maybe had like a beet shake or a juice, and then I peed, and it looks a little red. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I peeing blood? And then why am I explaining this to you? I don't know. I don't even know how we got here. I thought you were a COVID rep. That's all. I thought that's
Actually, that could be a medical condition.
You might, Paul.
What you just described.
If you're talking about, if you're seeing blood from drinking a smoothie,
from a smoothie and peeing and having a light red tinge, that could be serious.
That's not good, bro.
Really? I thought it was like okay. I thought
no. If you ate like a pound of beets, you might see a ready stool. But if you just have like a smoothie, no, you
I didn't say smoothie. I said juice, like a juice.
Oh
okay.
Yeah.
No, still.
But like, but if I have like a lot of vitamin C,
I don't want to be catastrophic about it, but like, don't drive until you get it checked out. Just don't drive a car.
Are you serious?
Be in charge of any heavy machinery or.
What kind of machinery? What kind of heavy machinery you got, Paul?
No.
Like, if you have like an industrial floor polisher or a backhoe or.
Yeah, no. I'm not. Okay. Now I'm free. Now you actually have. They got me like seriously.
Do you have a hydraulic cherry picker?
Like no, I don't have a why would I have a hydraulic cherry picker?
To get up to the top branches. How else are you going to get up to the branches?
I don't have a cherry tree.
Oh.
Well, that's just what they're called. They're not. Jesus.
Also, you could have just said that and not yelled it.
You're worse than Governor Abbott, honestly. It's like I'm having flashbacks talking to this guy, talking to you.
Now I'm actually understanding why. Yes, what is a cherry picker? Is what?
Dr. Cole, what was your take on the Ted Cruz fleeing Texas, going to where'd he go to? Where'd he go, Paul?
He went to Cancun. He went to
Cancun. Yeah. What was your take on that? Like when he? I mean, that was really. I know you don't like to get political, but that must be infuriating.
Again, not political, but I think his story, if you listen to that, his daughters demanded a trip, and he was just flying down there to drop them off. And
that's not true. He had a whole suitcase.
And his college buddy was on the trip. I think all that tracks if you're a fucking dumbass. Okay. Like all that tracks if you're a dummy.
Yeah.
Wait, you're saying that all that tracks is if it makes sense, I'm a dummy.
No.
Yeah, if you're willing to ignore facts to like Ted Cruz, that story just cruises right along.
And as a dog owner, you must have been furious when you saw that he left his dog in his unheated home.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Was his home unheated?
Oh yeah, he left his dog in his like freezing cold home by itself.
Was it one of them? Was it one of them sled dogs that like it?
No. It wasn't like a husky or any of those like, dogs that love the cold weather. It was like a little tiny little white dog.
Because a husky in a frozen house, that's a Disney movie right there. I'd watch that.
Okay. I don't even know how we got to this.
What's your favorite Disney movie, Doctor? I mean, if you had to pick one, I know there's a lot of classics, but.
Yeah, I mean, all of them. The talking dog and Up just tickles me.
Yeah. He
says, "I love you."
Yeah.
I watched that like 70 times this year.
Did you ever see Snow Dogs with Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Cuba. It's Cuba.
Cuba.
Okay. I don't even know what we're doing. I don't know what we're trying to bring on a health and safety expert to talk about this pandemic. We're talking about Cuba Gooding Jr.
Are you experiencing elevated emotions right now?
Yeah, I'm pretty pissed off.
That is another symptom.
Yeah. You might want to get your stool checked out, Paul.
Yeah.
I mean, should I go to the doctor now?
If you have to, for any circumstance, touch your penis.
Yeah.
Do not touch your face for 24 hours.
I don't even know if that's possible. I don't know if that was I took a shower this morning, and I'm sure.
Okay. The past is the past, but in the future, if you do have to touch your penis, do not touch your face for 24 hours.
How would I not touch my penis?
Checked out.
That's
Don't
good.
Drive.
Don't
drive. Don't operate heavy equipment. Don't have any conversations with emotional import.
That's good advice.
Why? What would happen to me?
Because you're full of anger. I noticed it in the Sonic conversation.
Yeah, I was very upset about that. Maybe you're right. I mean, I'm feeling
inexplicably so.
Yeah,
my heart is racing a little bit.
You know what you should do, Paul, is you should mail me one of your stool samples and I'll check it out.
But that would take so long.
Why would it take so long?
Yeah.
Just put it in the mail.
By the time I put it in the mail, it'll be a couple days before you get it. And why would I send you my stool sample?
Because I'll send it to Dr. Cole.
Yeah, or send Rob the stool sample and then I'll Zoom you and we'll go through it together.
That's a good idea.
Hold on. Actually, my arm is. Oh.
No, don't. You're not going right now, are you? Paul. That's gross. That's gross. Oh, he left us alone together.
Yeah, he logged off as his last living act, I believe. That's a professional move right there.
Yeah. Hey,
I need to log off.
I know Paul was giving you a hard time about, I think he wanted more stuff about COVID, and then we started talking about, just other medical tips and stuff like that. Do you have any tips for just working out and stuff like that? I found it really hard to get in great shape during the pandemic. I think I've been drinking a lot and watching a lot of TV and stuff like that. It's been really hard. And I try to exercise. I've been riding. I have a bike. I ride my bike. But I wonder if there are any kind of shortcuts from the doctor that you could tell me about to just, to lose some weight.
Well, there's no magic bullet. I do recommend you want your heart rate.
Guys.
Oh,
it's not going well.
What happened?
What happened, Paul?
I gotta put in my headphones because I couldn't hear it. What?
Are you shitting or do you have?
I am, but it's not stopping. It's not stopping.
Paul, no. Sorry, Dr. Cole.
My dog is eating it. My dog is eating it.
I'm sorry. I just wished you had told us about the pale red urine at the beginning of the podcast. Maybe.
You could have saved us so much time.
I gotta go. I gotta call the hospital. Oh God. Oh God. I just tweeted me shitting. You
tweeted a video of your. This is just like David Boreanaz.
Why would you do that? That's not accidental.
You did it on purpose. Like he was videotaping himself.
Yeah, you can't.
And that's how it could have happened. That was I was trying to prove the point. That's
wait a second.
Acting. That's how it could have happened, guys.
That was a great lesson.
Thank you.
I was in a PSA and I didn't even know it.
Yeah, exactly.
You got me, man. That was great. Well, Dr. Cole, thank you so much
Dr.
for
Cole.
all the tips and the advice and for being in a live action PSA. I've never been pranked like that before.
Guys, we learned a lot here tonight. Thank you, Dr. Cole. And this has been great.
Going out, last tip for the getting in shape.
Yeah.
Put a monkey in your car.
Put a monkey in your
that's
car.
not a good,
That's
not a
great
good.
advice.
Okay, well, I
That's
guess so.
Great advice.
Thank you, Dr. Cole.
Thanks, Dr.
Thank
Cole.
Wow, we really,
I like that. That's the kind of doctor I like, who will tell you stuff that is like a little bit on the DL, you know, like, have you ever been to the doctor and the doctor's like kind of cool and they'll be like, you know, the doctor will say like, do you smoke? And you're like, no. And he's like, do you smoke weed? And you're like,
yeah.
You know, like that was the
cool
vibe I got
docs.
from Dr. Cole. Yeah. Cool.
Now, at first I thought he was kind of going to be like a tough doc, but he's pretty good. He's pretty good. And I got to say, I mean, we really learned a lot. Let's check in with Jerry right now and just see where
Let's see where we are on the Jerry. Jerry must be really freaked out at this point. If you're just joining us, we've all gone to Jerry O'Connell's Instagram to sort of carpet bomb Jerry's Instagram, and we're all writing the same message, which is, what is the message again?
I saw your video. Your video leaked.
Your video leaked. Wait, here, everyone's written the same thing. So everyone go to Jerry's Instagram and write on his comment, your video leaked and we saw it.
Yeah, we're up to 127 comments. That's 121 more comments than when the show started. So that's a pretty strong staying power for this audience here. Pretty solid. Yeah.
He must be so confused. So we'll have Jerry come on and explain his panic attack and explain what happened.
Yeah, maybe people could actually like bring it up in the chat next week. Hey, like, what happened with your video? Like, we can, so we won't even bring it up. This is great. His handle again. We'll pop it back up there. Molly will pop it back up. But that's his handle. It's Mr. Jerry OC. It's verified. So, Mr. Jerry OC on IG. Your video leaked and we saw it. Rob, what a fun show. We really did a lot. Really good. We'll be back again. We'll be back.
Yeah, I would like to talk to you offline about the way you treat some of our guests. I feel like you were a little bit rude to. I thought we were both very polite with Beth Behrs. Thank you to her for coming on. But Dr. Cole and Demi, I thought you were a little rude with those guys. I didn't.
You know what? And that I think it may have been the Beats talking. Okay. Because I needed to seed it so it was believable at the end, and that's probably what was going on there.
Okay. Well, you do need to get yourself checked, because if you're
I will. Yeah. I know. It was a PSA. Okay. Well,
next show, we promise we won't talk about jack off videos or bloody stools at all.
Absolutely. We will not do it. But if you do know why David Boreanaz did that, let me know. I need to find out. You can always follow us on at Friendzone. That's our new channel name. We're on our Discord, which is discord.gg/Paul Scheer for now. And we're going to raid Shannon, our good friend Shannon Woodward, who came up with the best premise so far, that it was a scorned lover that sent David Boreanaz his jerk off video to the internet. So